I grew up on granola back in the 1970s, and I remember how much I loved it when I first discovered it. When I learned how to make it, however, I was shocked that most granolas contain a high amount of oil and some sort of sweetener, usually sugar. So you're getting the oats and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm eating a healthy breakfast, but in fact, you're consuming a lot of oil and sugar. So I reinvented it. This is my recipe from the Homemade Vegan Pantry. It is called the oil-free superfood granola, but it's not just oil-free, it is sugar-free. And this is one of my favorite granolas. It forms these beautiful, crunchy clusters, let's put it that way. And you can modify it by taking away or adding different ingredients. And a big plus is that it fills your house with this wonderful aroma. Oh my God, it smells so good while you're baking it. It's easy, it takes 5 minutes, so let's get started. Okay, you've got some wiggle room on what you put in there and the quantity, but we are gonna start out with 3 cups of rolled oats. Now, I'm gonna add 3 different kinds of seeds. I've got sesame seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons of each. You can add a little more, a little less. You could add hemp seeds, you could mix that up. I also have a half a cup of pumpkin seeds. I've got a half a cup of pecans, but you could do almonds, you could do walnuts, Brazil nuts, whatever you feel like adding, pistachios. I've got a half a cup of shredded coconut, and I've got about 3/4 of a cup of cranberries, but you could add raisins, you could add currants, you could do chopped dates, chopped dried apricots, whatever dried fruit you want to add, goji berries, you could add a mixture of them, so feel free. I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then, oh my God, one of the things that is going to fill your room up with this wonderful aroma is cardamom. I added about a half a teaspoon, and we're just going to mix this up. Now, you may be wondering, if I'm not using oil and sugar or maple syrup to bind this, what am I going to use? I've got 1.5 cups of dates that's been soaking in water overnight. Make sure they're pitted, because we're going to puree this, and you don't want your blender to be chopping up date pits. So get the pitted dates. If they're not pitted, you have to pit them before you soak them, okay? And now I've got the 1.5 cups. And I'm going to add this entire thing, including the soaking liquid. I added enough water to just cover the dates. And I'm going to hold back about a 1/4 cup, but the rest of it, I'm going to be putting into the blender. So I'm going to pour about a 1/4 cup in there. The rest of this is going right into my blender to puree. Okay, you're going to get a date paste like this. And this will provide the binding that will form little clusters. I love granola with clusters. There's the loose kind of granola that doesn't form clusters, but I've always liked the ones that have little clusters, and that's exactly what this does. So it's perfect. I'm gonna get all that goodness out of my blender. Now I'm gonna mix all of this up. You want to mix this really, really well and make sure that all of the oats are covered in the date paste. I forgot one last ingredient that contributes to that wonderful aroma, and that is vanilla. So let me go grab some vanilla. This, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of vanilla to that and give it one. I can already smell it. It's the combination of the cardamom, the cinnamon, and the vanilla. Oh my God, it's wonderful. And now we're going to spread it on a sheet pan, and we are getting ready to bake it. Think of all the goodies that are in here. You're getting all the protein from all the different seeds, as well as the nuts, the oats, the fiber. Oh my God. And this is kind of clumped together, forming those little granola, crunchy granola clusters that I love so much. Doesn't it smell good already? Okay, we're ready to put this in the oven. We're going to put this in a 250-degree oven, so it's pretty low, for about 1.5 hours, and you're going to take it out and just kind of turn it so that it bakes evenly the entire time. you want to dry it out. You don't want to bake it. If you have it at 350 or so, it's going to brown on the outside and still be chewy on the inside, and you want it to dry out. So 250, no higher. Okay, I have it set for an hour and a half, and I'm going to remember to turn it every 30 minutes or so. It's been about 30 minutes, just giving it a stir. Oh, look at that. It's already clumping up. Now it's beginning to look more granola-like. Oh my God, the granola is ready. Just look at those beautiful clumps. Oh my God, it smells so good. The vanilla, the cardamom, the cinnamon. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. I'm gonna let it cool off before I put it into a jar and then into my cupboard in my refrigerator. And it can last a couple of months, but it won't, because I'll be eating this in the morning with some homemade yogurt, or maybe some soy milk, some bananas, some blueberries, whatever I have. Maybe I'll top it. You can use it as a topping for vegan ice cream. Oh my God, this is my oil-free, sugar-free superfood granola filled with so many wonderful ingredients. I ran out a while back and I've been waiting to make another batch. So, superfood granola, how about for you?